Hello everyone. In this video, for the very first time, I'm doing a flight with the DJI Goggles 3. In all my previous flights and videos, I'm using the DJI Goggles V2 with head tracking. You know, I've got here mounted on the side. I've got the Tallo-Ho Head Tracker that I get from FPV combat.com. These have been great goggles. I don't need any special lenses for them. I've got astigmatism, I have to wear glasses, and the V2 goggles, I'm able to just, you know, put them straight on without having to take my glasses off. You know, they're fantastic. But, you know, the Goggles 3, they came out, you know, last year. And then later on in the year, they made them compatible with the DJI O3 Air Units. They had some issues in the beginning with them, and then they fixed it. And so I got these right before Christmas last month, and ordered the new Tallo-Ho Head Tracker. And you can see it mounts perfectly on there. And you know, it does work well. And I'm going to paraphrase Robert from FPV combat.com. You know, he had told me a while back, you know, when he had tried it out, he had told me that, you know, they're not, you know, it's not going to be quite what I'm expecting, you know, compared to the V2. So in this video, you know, it was, I kind of knew that it was going to be different than the Goggles V2, but I was expecting the, you know, the fact that it's, you know, I'm getting in the goggles being able to have the 1080p coming to me, you know, in the goggles. In the brighter colors, you know, the different display, that it would offset it. You know, you're getting the field of view that you get in the V2 goggles is like 54 degrees field of view, and the field of view that you're getting in the Goggles 3, I think it's like similar on the DJI Integra goggles. It's I think it's 44 degrees field of view. It is a huge difference. You know, also if you've got astigmatism, like I do, you know, it's got these, you know, you can adjust the diopters, you know, right here, and then you are able to change the strength of the lenses. I had to order a special set of lenses because of my astigmatism, and you know, okay, so that works great. But the difference in the field of view was shocking, going from the Goggles V2 to the Goggles 3. What I really like about the Goggles 3 was something that I think some people think, you know, probably won't ever hardly use, but I found myself using it a lot, not in flying, but just when I'm sitting there at the field, is this pass-through screen right here, because, you know, I can't, you know, if I pull the goggles off, you know, I have my glasses off, and so I'm, you know, not that I'm blind, but you know, I'm very nearsighted, so everything's blurry. So I can just keep the goggles on and take two fingers and just tap it on the side of the goggles, and it goes into picture-in-picture mode, and so I can just, you know, it's like I'm looking around, and so it's really great. I really like that feature. But you know, I wanted to be able to, when I'm flying, I wanted to be able to record the on-screen display, or the OSD, the on-screen display, and be able to put that in my video, so that, you know, you, the viewer, can, you know, see what it is that I'm seeing when I'm flying, because that's something that, you know, you're missing when I'm flying using my Goggles V2. You know, it doesn't record that. You know, I haven't rooted these, so you know, you don't get that. And so with using the Goggles 3, you know, I can record that and put that in my video so you can see the the different the altitude, or my indicated ground speed from from my GPS readings and stuff like that. It's interesting. I mean, it's you can kind of see what it is I'm seeing when I'm flying. But so this is, in this video, this is my first flight, and for me, I liken it to, because of the difference in the field of view, I liken it to, I think you'll hear me in the video saying it's like I'm sitting at the very back of the the movie theater, but really it's like I hop in a car and I'm going to drive a car where normally wearing the V2 goggles, I'm sitting in the front seat of the car to drive, and putting the the Goggles 3 on, I'm going to get in the back seat of the car to drive the car, right? I mean, that's the difference. So with the Goggles V2, it's like I have the screen right in my face, and putting the Goggles 3 on, I've got the screen, it's like I'm looking way far away. And so this first flight here was an adjustment to me. Everything was just everything was really far away, and it's just something to get used to. It's not a bad thing, it's just something I got to get used to. The latency compared to the V2, with the O3 Air Unit, with the V2, I have it set at 4K 60 frames per second. On the Goggles 3, I have it set at 4K 100 frames per second on the recording. I didn't really notice any latency difference between the two. For me, it was just the orientation in the initial flying. I had 3 flights after this first flight, and each flight after this first flight was a lot better. But I was finding, like in my landings, I was landing further on the runway where I'm used to landing. This first flight, I bounced it in. Normally I'm pretty much greasing the landing in. And this landing in this flight, I had a direct crosswind, and right at the end of it, I normally keep the plane in manual mode, and at the end of this flight, I put it in horizon mode just to keep the wings level, because I had that crosswind, and because everything seemed so far away from me in landing, I just felt it better to help have some assist to help keep the wings level when I was landing. So and I got this flight controller in the in my plane, so why not use every bit of advantage that you can. But that first flight, I was like, okay, this is strange, this is weird. I really love the V2s, and I still love the V2s. But as I was the next 3 flights after this first flight, I started to appreciate the Goggles 3 a lot more. So I do like them. So I don't want you to think that I don't. But the field of view, going from the 54 degrees field of view to the 44 degrees field of view, it is a huge difference. And maybe I'll if DJI will make the I think it's the DJI Goggles N3, I think that's what they are. If they'll make them compatible with the O3s, I might try them, because they're the box style goggles, and I need the glasses. But and I think they go back up to the same type of field of view as the V2. But anyhow, I just wanted to kind of let you know what this video with me flying here was about. But the Goggles 3 with this band, and with the way that they have their this kind of soft way it sits on your face, it wasn't uncomfortable. There was just a slight pressure, slight pressure on the nose, but overall it was okay. Didn't have any real problem with it, other than that field of view is just going to take some getting used to. But yeah, I liked them all right outside of that. So I appreciate you watching. All right, thanks. Oh yeah, one more thing. this is going to be my next FPV plane that I've been working on it for a while. This is a Hanger 9 carbon cub. Hopefully you'll be seeing it soon, but it'll be FPV as well. All right. All right. Ready.
Throttle cut off.
All right, half flaps. All right, drones out of the way. All right, here I go. All right, half flaps. All right, drones out of the way. All right, here I go. Okay. Landing gear up.
You're up too.
Okay, this is a little weird with these goggles. Okay, everything seems so far away.
4 minutes.
I have to try to get used to them. Yeah. I mean, everything's clear, but yeah, it's really different. Well, the field of view is a lot smaller than the Goggles V2 that I'm used to using. So let me just fly around in the.
I'm behind the flight line.
Okay.
Time remaining 3 minutes.
What you taking pictures of?
My truck and the Jeep. I can't chase you on that fast now.
I understand.
We might be able to.
I'm gonna take it at some altitude, and I'm gonna.
Put it in loiter.
Yeah, I'm gonna put it in loiter for just a second. I'm gonna get it over the runway. Adjust my goggles. Alright, loiter mode. And loiter mode's not working. Loiter mode's not working. Oh. Yeah, because I have it in manual mode, duh. All right, let me get back over here. Yeah, definitely got to get used to these goggles. Let me put it in acro mode.
Warrior mode.
There we go. All right. Okay. Can we take it out of loiter mode?
Manual mode.
Go back in the manual.
Time remaining 1 minute.
All right, I'm gonna. We got a direct crosswind at our back, right?
Yep. So you can land either direction, more or less.
Okay. Okay, I'm gonna drop landing gear.
Gear down 2. 30 seconds. Gear
One
down
down.
1.
Okay.
And looks like the other one.
20 seconds.
Okay.
Half flap. 10. Timer expired.
It feels like I'm like sitting at the back row of a movie theater versus the other goggles.
Yeah.
Landing flap.
Okay, I'm gonna go around. This is just a practice setup. Yeah, the other goggles, it's like you're more there.
Minus 1 minute. Landing flap. Half flap.
All right. Gotta be more on top of it.
Landing flap. Acro mode. Horizon mode.
I'm gonna crab it in. I got that crosswind.
Timer